into thingy, yeah? No, those online didn't get the prayer, man. You know why? Because I did not go live for them as yet, and I just remembered. So they probably will get it tomorrow morning, God's willing. Theresa Joseph, good morning to you. How you doing? How's Toronto, Theresa? Maxine Belfon, shouting at the beautiful people of St. Patrick in a very special way. Good morning to you, Maxine Belfon. Hey, Maxine, what's up, man? Where the eggs at? Where the eggs at? You're holding back on the eggs, or what kind of thing is that? Claude Abraham, good morning. Reaching down into the Grand Mall Fontenay area and saying good morning to Dolores Redhead. What's up, girl? Alban Harris. Morning to you and yours. Errol Bonaparte. How you doing today? It's Monday. Deborah LeBaud.
You gotta be careful.
You gotta be careful, girl. Lister Abraham is with us this morning. Kathleen Ledlow.
Where you go?
Top of the morning to you, Kathleen Ledlow. Trust everything is fine with you. At 7 minutes after the 7 o'clock hour, we say good morning to Jackie Raymond.
You gotta be careful.
And I'm gonna come back to Jackie in a minute, yeah? But good morning to you, Jackie J. Hart. Christine Utley, how you doing this morning? Adrian Watts. Wow. What's up, Adrian? And Baby Daddy is saying good morning to everyone. Jerome Lewis, inside of Toronto. Good morning, Jerome. Baby Daddy is saying, come on, hulk it up. Let's go to likes, man. Carol Belfon, good morning. Gemma James. It is so beautiful to have you listening to Real 91.9 FM. Gemma Warwood, she's always there.
You gotta be careful.
Good morning to you, Gemma. Good morning to Norma Ray. How you doing, Norma? Blessings and much love to you.
You gotta be careful.
Come on, we want to see 100 likes this morning or more.
Be careful.
And we need to have at least 200-300 people listening, yeah? Or viewing on YouTube. 7:05, that's our time. Coming up at approximately 20 minutes after the 7 o'clock hour, we'll be looking to join the folks at the Morris Bishop International Airport for the latest on the weather.
Search for happiness. You gotta leave a little room for loneliness. More things could happen all of a sudden before you realize it's only a disguise. You gotta be careful.
To my good brethren, Joe Bartholomew. What's up, Joe?
You gotta be careful with what you do and how you're doing it. If you do, when you're doing it, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
Sponsor of many cultural activities within the Tri-Island state of Grenada.
My name is Anderson Matheson, also known as Leftist, and I'm a calypsonian and string band music player from Kiariko. I support the games of the National Lottery Authority because culture benefits tremendously. Annually, the NLA supports the Carriacou Pittimatney Carnival, the Carriacou String Band Music Festival, and all regattas, among other activities. When I play the game of the NLA, I can see where my money goes, and it's an investment into our culture.
Yes, Grenada, when you play the games of the NLA, you enable us to invest in the skills and talents of our people in the areas of sports, culture, and nation building.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
50 years as an independent nation. Now that's a reason to celebrate. Bank on a bright future with Quad Bank as we celebrate more than 50 years of partnership with Grenadians. Aspire, build, and advance with 100% financing to buy land, purchase or build your home, or make those much-needed home upgrades. No loan fees, no legal fees, low interest rates. And that's not all. 100% financing on brand new vehicles with 50% off loan fees. Celebrate you this year with special financing from Quad Bank. Apply today.
Welcome home.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Become a leak finder. Check for leaks in and around your home. Common places for leaks in the home are kitchen pipes, below kitchen sinks, shower heads, bathroom faucets, toilet tanks, and laundry rooms. One drip every second adds up to 5 gallons per day.
A message from the Climate Resilient Water Sector in Grenada, G-Cruise Project.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and new, spacious, convenient, and modern facilities on Seton Brown Street in Grenville and Grand Anse. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the Credit Union of Grenville, your financial security is guaranteed.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissy.
Let your imagination run wild. in a world of color.
Color by Sissons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful. We have to prepare to meet the challenges of life without fear. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy, man, you have to move with care in that jungle out there. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. When you're moving, which direction you're going, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
Where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk. Where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
In your search for happiness, you gotta leave a little room for loneliness. More things could happen all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Before
you realize it's only this, guys. Yeah, you gotta be careful. All right, so I always like to keep you up to date. Those of you who were able to hear at this particular time, I always like to keep you up to date in relation to, and let me see if I can get a picture so I can show you. Yeah, me? You want to see me? Okay, fine. Right. So as I was saying, I always like to keep you up to date in relation to things that are happening. All right. The media is a very dynamic creature, and especially electronic media and radio and television falls into that sphere. A lot of companies and people in Carriacou suffered tremendous loss. Nothing compared to. And the loss suffered by those of us in Grenada, I don't think it when you accumulate it, when you put it all together, Carriacou would have suffered more in terms of quantum. But understand that individually, there are people in Grenada who may be worse off than somebody in Carriacou. One of the things that I believe that we missed, and I didn't, and when I say we, I'm speaking of the media fraternity. I think that I didn't hear us as the media fraternity reaching out to media people in Carriacou, PD Martinique too. I didn't hear MWAG put out a statement in relation to that and showing solidarity with the people of Carriacou and PD Martinique. Remember, I'm saying I did not hear. If they did, then I did not see it. All right? So this morning, to people like Milton Coy and Kim the King and Linton Lendo and all others who are involved in the media in Carriacou, I know that you guys took it on the chin. That was a hard hit. And we wish you all the best. We here at Real FM, we were hit hard also. At our base at the studios, no, nothing much, just minor damages to the roof, which was sorted out by a good friend of mine's. I call him Super Cat. And if Gates is listening, then Gates would know exactly who I'm calling Super Cat. Now, so he sorted out the roof and everything, so make sure that there are no leaks that will bother us. But up in the mountains, and when I told someone, whoa, I suffered damage up in the mountains, they say, what happened? You're a farmer out. I laugh. And no. In Grande Tang, the transmitter is fine. That's 91.5. That's fine at Grande Tang. As a matter of fact, it is so fine that it is the part of terrestrial radio that friends some parts of St. Andrew, not the entire part of St. Andrew, some parts of St. Andrew, and some parts of St. George's. Some parts of St. George's. As a matter of fact, we have people in Marion and Calvin who are listening to 91.5, and even in the city. So it's a spread of people listening. And then we have those who are listening. We had a problem online yesterday on our website. We had a bit of a bother, but by all indications, it is back, meaning the online presence on our website. And of course, we have the YouTube that you are viewing at this particular point in time. Those are the means that, you can also listen on TuneIn. Those are the means that and ways to listen to us at this particular point in time. The only thing that we're missing is our main frequency, which is 91.9. In a nutshell, what happened is it basically got fried. The equipment got fried. How? Based on the report from the engineer, it had to do with lightning strikes. You know, in a storm, you have lightning. And not every time you get lightning strikes. Because lightning don't like hit the same place twice, they say. And this time around, the lightning did hit the antenna and would have sent that voltage back down the cable into the transmitter. Rest is history. So at present, we have our engineer trying to put it together, and at the same time, we are trying to source, and when we source, it will be us again trying now to put funds together so as to get a new transmitter. It has to be that. And we'll keep you posted as to what is happening, but I'm sure that the engineer John Phillip, in the meantime, will be able to do something. We'll be able to do something so as to, or as I say, a stopgap measure in the meantime for the listeners of 91.9. So that is where we are in relation to that. So what we're going to do is to take a bit of music off our theme song, and then we're going to reach out to the folks at the Morris Bishop. We still don't have our phones back as yet. We're going to reach out to the folks at the Morris Bishop International Airport Meteorological Office for the latest weather. Stay with us.
When you're doing it,
You want to see how I do the weather? Okay, you stay right there. I wouldn't go off camera. I'll just show you how I do the weather. Pay attention now.
the cleanliness in life is gone. It's only vice and corruption that's going on.
It is real. It's 91.9. 27 minutes it is after the 7 o'clock hour. And we have Andre Charles on the line from the Morris Bishop International Airport Meteorological Office. And Andre is going to give us an idea of what to expect for today and outlook of what tomorrow can be. Andre Charles, good morning.
Good morning to you and to listeners of Real FM. And here's the weather for today, Monday the 22nd July 2024. Currently, it's fair at Point Celine. Winds are from the east at 15 miles per hour. Barometric pressure, 13.6 millibars. That's above normal and rising. Present temperature, 28.1 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity, 83%. Yesterday's maximum temperature, 31.8 degrees Celsius. Last night's minimum, 25.9 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, 2.8 millimeter of rainfall was recorded, which brings the total for the month to 115.9 millimeters. Now to have a look at the forecast for the day and tonight. The weather is expected to be fair to partly cloudy with occasional isolated morning showers. The maximum temperature, 32 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to east-southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate, waves up to 5 feet in open waters. Tides below at 11 a.m. and high at 4:45 p.m. Sunset today at 6:35, rises tomorrow at 5:51. And just a repeat of the forecast, but for today and tonight. Fair to partly cloudy with occasional isolated morning showers. Maximum temperature, 32 degrees Celsius. I'm Andre Charles with the Parliament Office. Thank you.
Before you go, Charlo, is there anything that's developing in the Atlantic that we should be mindful of?
Well, at the moment, we just have the tropical waves that make their usual transverse across the Atlantic Ocean. And the current one is roughly about 40 degrees west, so it's a few days away from us. Other than that, just the ITCZ that acts up every now and again.
Mm-hmm.
But we're in a clear for at least today. Tomorrow, expect some showers in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see how that plays out.
All right, Dre Charles, thank you so much, brother.
All right, take care.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, so that's it. Speaking there with Andre Charles from the Morris Bishop International Airport Meteorological Office. And that's how I have to do the weather at this time. Give him a call, use my cell phone, give him a call, put it on speaker, put it close to the microphone so that I can pick up. We still don't have a phone service back here at Real 91.9 FM. So yeah, different strokes for different folks and different things happen at different times. So you got an idea of how we are faring. There may be others that have fared worse than us. As a matter of fact, what I saw in relation to WeFM and they've finally been able to make it up the hills in Mount St. Catherine. And the pictures that were taken, wow, it's horrific. The tower's twisted and broken. I don't know what took place with their transmitters, but the towers twisted and broken. And then the power getting to Catherine, that will take some handling again. But where there's a will, there's a way. If they decide that they're going to go back to Catherine, Mount St. Catherine, then they know that they got to put in some work. And of course, we here at Real FM, we empathize with the fraternity at, we here at Real FM empathize with the fraternity at WeFM. So real empathizing with we. Good. And if anybody else would have suffered, I mean, I'm speaking radio here and television too, anybody else would have suffered, we empathize with you. And there is hoping that you are able to come up as quickly as you possibly can. As I said, you can call me on 442-0175. And those are the digits that you can use. And link up with me, have a conversation with me if you don't. If you don't, I will not be very happy. Good morning to you, Peter. Peter, why don't you give me a call? No, not Peter David, friends. Another Peter. Peter, come on. Give me a call, man. Or can I call? Let me see if I call you if you're going to answer. If you answer, that means I'm going to put you on the air immediately. Let me see if you're going to answer.
Hello?
I said if you answer, I'm going to put you on the air immediately. Yeah?
Put me on the air.
You are on the air. Now, what I want you to do is switch off the volume in the back. Switch off the volume in the back first. Switch off the volume in the back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, switch that off, and then we can have a conversation.
Okay, good.
Right. So hold on. I want to make sure I know exactly what you're saying this morning, because you are a fellow. Sometimes you just bong away. I like to say you just bong away, Anyway. Peter, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing, bro?
I'm here, as you say, in Santo Domingo, and I listen to a lot of the programs and so on.
Mm-hmm.
And my concern is really about Grenada. I mean, and us being in the back. No, I have made comments to a lot of friends of mine. I mean, I've told them, look, I think what we need to do in Grenada right now is we need to have leadership from the government. But I think that the government should have called on the leader of the opposition, the governor general, maybe the churches, the authorities, and say, look, people, we need to find a way to bring back our country in a certain time frame to some semblance of normalcy. And I believe if they can do that, then we will find that even the monies that were received from the insurance, that money now should be put into a special account and should be used only for the recovery effort, not to go into the central government account to pay ordinary salaries and wages. Now, I believe that, and I know, if they decide to do it in an organized way, and let the people who are responsible in their own constituency to decide to set up crews of people to do the work and pay people to do the work to clean up and bring back the country. It will bring back the country in two ways, very easily. First, you will be organized, and the people in Karakou and in the north of Seychelles will feel the effect of that quickly, and also the economy of Grenada. Because and you can simply tell people, look, the government can only afford to pay $50, $60 a day to anybody who you employ, and make sure you keep a list of the people who you employ, and we have a particular account in the government where we pay the people who are doing the work. And once these people start working and they get income, what will they do? They will start spending money in their own village. The shops now will have to do what? The shops will have now to restock, because people now working, they get hungry, they need water, and all that too. I even see some of the people who might be even selling in the market and who you hear them saying, boy, for the day we make a cent, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So there's people in their own village. You tell them, look, you could be a water carrier. You will get a $50 a day, which you wasn't making no for the how much weeks. And let me tell you, and the whole thing will start, the country will see some semblance of the economy building back. At the same time, it will shorten the space of time with the uncomfortable, let's say, situation of the people in Carriacou or in the north. But I'm getting the impression, because I listened this morning to Shaggy's program, and I heard the Minister of MIT. To me, I don't know. I mean, he is telling people straight at the back, look, I really don't know how to manage, because I'm trying to do everything by myself. And he actually said so.
He said
look,
that? Hold on,
I'm only
Peter.
one person.
Oh, Peter, hold on.
Yeah.
He said that?
Yeah, he said, well, no, he didn't say it in that way, see, but you see what, remember, you know, you got to learn to listen to what people don't say.
Okay.
Not just what they say. Because he said, I am just one person. I can't be up and down in my constituency, and now again I have Carriacou and so on, you know. And also too, Shaggy asked him a straightforward question. With the way how you are taking people up and doing it the way you're doing it to clean Carriacou, how long will it take before you get some level of normalcy in Carriacou? Will you clean up?
Mm-hmm.
He beat around the bushes, and then he said, slip it in 3 months. And I said to myself, wow, 3 months living under those conditions? No, I think it's time for, as a country, I don't know if maybe the leader of opposition maybe can call on the president, on the prime minister. I don't know if he can take that initiative and call him and say, look, no, we need to let's get together and see how we can organize the country, get the country back on its foot. Because, I mean, people are suffering. People are suffering in Carriacou and in North, and two, again, people have to build back. How will you build back? You understand? And that is just my simple, humble opinion. Right on?
Well,
that's why I say, okay, fine, I will answer you.
But hold on, let me ask you this. The first question: How is Santo Domingo this morning?
Okay, the Dominican Republic basically right now we're getting rains in certain areas,
Mm-hmm.
but they haven't gotten any impact from the hurricane as such,
Mm-hmm.
because the hurricane passed to the south.
Okay.
I remember this is a very big country. I mean, we're talking about 10 million people in population.
Okay.
And you can say, like, when a hurricane passes, you can see exactly where it passed because it leaves a trail, you know. So and right now, I mean, food, for example, I don't know if there could have been a way that you could have maybe even tried to import some food from here to Grenada, because right now the agriculture in Grenada, I mean, has been impacted quite a bit, and it's going to take some time to put back the agriculture. And I'm saying, look, the government and so on could have said, okay, fine, let us employ people now to go and plant. Let's start planting back right away, the bananas, and so let's see how we can do it. But if you call the people who are elected by the people, that is both the opposition and the government, come together, leave the politics aside. Let us come and see how we can build back our country. And at the same time, the people within the country will benefit from our actions, because people who are not working right now will get a little job, and people will be happy, and they will start spending money, and the economy will build back, and it will build back so fast we don't even realize.
But if you have a situation, look at the situation. If you have a situation where one of the senior members of cabinet will, of course, be Minister Williams, because he 9 times out of 10 he's always the acting prime minister when Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell is off island. Now, if you have him as a senior member of the cabinet expressing doubt and not sounding very positive, what message does that send, Peter, to the country, to the citizens of the nation? What message does that send to them?
There's not a plan, there's not a program. Very simple.
There's not a plan. There's not a program.
There's not a program.
When you say there's not a plan, expound on that a bit.
Oh, tell me, what do you as a citizen in Grenada,
Mm-hmm.
do you have an idea when do we expect to come back to some semblance of normalcy?
Well, as of this time, there have been press conferences, and the press conferences is just basically giving information of what has happened and the destruction that has taken place in Carriacou, PD Martinique. And I'm very specific. I did not leave out St. Patrick intentionally. It's just that they leave it out, so I'm leaving it out just like how they do. But you get that, okay, this has happened, that has happened, there's no current, there's no water, whatever. You get that kind of a thing. And I could tell that people are not really in contact, because water is something that is not necessarily a big issue in Carriacou. Why? Because people have their system, and they do rainwater harvesting, and we've had quite a bit of rain, so I believe that there is water, maybe drinking water, but water to do other things. I believe that is available. I stand corrected, of course. Now, no electricity, I could understand that, and by now, I do believe, because it took Grenadians almost like 3 months before we got back electricity in during the Ivan. Most of Grenada, it took them 3 months to get after Ivan. Now, whereas this hurricane has done tremendous damage to Carriacou, PD Martinique, it has treated them worse than Ivan did. But Ivan affected the entire state. Now, with Ivan affecting the entire state, and this one, Beryl, not affecting the entire state, and with the government, because of the prudency of previous administration, having monies to do certain things which the previous administration did not have immediately after the Ivan, with them having some sort of a support and having monies to do certain things, I expected a message coming from central government saying, look, this is what has happened in Carriacou, PD Martinique, and based on speaking to Nawasa, based on speaking to Flo, based on speaking with Digicel, based on speaking with Grenlec, we expect some sort of normalcy, or we expect the main areas, i.e. police station, i.e. medical station, i.e. hospital, wherever else they deem, like a necessity. We expect these areas to have power in a month, in 2 months. But I don't hear anything, and that is where my biggest problem is at this point in time, Peter.
You heard what I told you, right? You heard what I told you.
No plan.
At the beginning.
No plan.
At the beginning, I said, look, the Prime Minister of Grenada should call on the leader of the opposition, maybe the Governor General, maybe the Council of Churches, the people who normally, the people who normally are at the top, who normally be the ones who, when we have problems, you call them and say, okay, let's see how we can get together now and get this thing back to normalcy, right? Can you imagine? The people in Carriacou right now, they are traumatized, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they have lost everything.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can get them to take their mind off the trauma and say, look, we are going to employ every person who can be employed in Carriacou to help put back poles. And we're going to pay you $50 or $60 a day to put back poles. So we want people who in Carriacou, we know you are the leader in Carriacou in that area, you know the people and so on. And you put the people to work and to keep them from thinking about their trauma, but they're part of the rebuilding process. That helps them to even, let's say, ease up some of the trauma, and that will even help them to come out of their trauma faster. It's not that you're telling some people go up on a boat every weekend and say, we're going to see how we try to. No, it shows there is no organization, there's no program. And that is why I'm saying that the Prime Minister of Grenada has to call on all the relevant people, especially the leader of the opposition, who has been selected by the Grenadian people, who has been voted by the Grenadian people, just like he was voted by the Grenadian people. And so therefore, if he gets those people together, come and say, look, let us get this thing and let us move. We getting how much million? 100 million? Okay, fine. Let's see how we can develop that 100 million so that Nawasa can do what it's supposed to do. And Nawasa has a lot of good people who might be retired, who Nawasa may be able to call upon and say, hey, now, our regular day-to-day program, we can't really do that together with the recovery. So we call back some of these people. We say, look, we can't pay you no kind of service to pay before, you know. And I'm sure these people will be willing to come and contribute.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm making? Same way in Grenlec too. So it's a matter of, you have to get the Prime Minister of Grenada is the one who has to set that going. Nobody else. Because the leader of the opposition is not the government. But he has to call on them. Because they are part of governing the country. Right? And once you do that, brother man, let me tell you something. You'll be surprised how Grenada and Carriacou Sound will build that fast. Not that one little man take a set of people, go up and try to be doing so much work, and then come in and say, hey, no boy, I can't go to my constituency because I'm only one man, you know. So I have to do this and that. No. Let us organize. Let us do it in a scientific way, in an organized way. Okay?
Yeah.
And that's all my contribution. And you know, and I hope that the people will take it in the light that I mean it. Because you know why? I'm living here, but Grenada is my country.
Well,
when I go back to Grenada, I want to go back and enjoy Grenada just like everybody else from the diaspora.
Cooper Hill out of bounds, Jet. Cooper Hill out of bounds. You stay where you there. We ain't really want you back.
Okay?
We ain't want you back here. Stay where you are.
Well, I mean, come on. But in any case, Andrew, I mean, I must say, on Thursday, I sent you a note saying that it seems as though you are the ministry, your radio station seems to be the Ministry of Agriculture.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been listening to your program now for a long time, a few years, and especially your agricultural program on Thursday. And I'm saying the ideas that come out of that program is a pity nobody listens to them and see how we can put them into operation. Because, for example, look at the nutmeg right now. No? Nutmeg is in a situation whereby we're not sure how much nutmeg we will be able to export, you know, because if the nut, as you said, as I heard the report saying that how much nutmeg tree blow them and so on, and nutmeg takes, about 5 years to come back, something like that?
Something like that, I think.
So therefore, the Nutmeg Association, as far as I'm concerned, the Nutmeg Association for years should have in some way come have a program like the same insurance that Grenada just happened to pay after Ivan, whereby that insurance could have given them money to now help put the farmers back on track for the agriculture, the nutmeg and cocoa, well, at least I think the nutmeg and cocoa, right? So if they had some kind of insurance over the years, then guess what? You wouldn't have to struggle at the central government, you have to struggle to find money to see how we can help. No, I am very careful using the word help. I don't like the word help because it only shows that somebody feel that, boy, I better than you, so I will help you. No, the central government is there to do the work to ensure that the lives of the people are made better. So what is necessary to be done, they have to do it. Okay? Not helping nobody. And that's why I personally don't like to use the word help when it comes to administration of government or administration of anything, right? Because you are there to do a particular job. Just do your job, right?
I've just had a comment.
Brother,
hold on there, Peter. I know you got to rush, but I just had a comment. Two comments I'd like to read to you. The first comment says, Doc made an appeal to Deacon and did not accept the offer.
No, who is Deacon?
Prime Minister Deacon. The person wrote Deacon and then I just read.
Okay,
Prime Minister Deacon. My fault there. And he did not accept the offer. Prime Minister Deacon has to humble himself and rally together. He is the leader of the country. Another comment, Doc made an open call to Prime Minister Deacon to collaborate. Did Prime Minister Deacon answer that call? No. Prime Minister Deacon
Hold on, when you say Doc, I was thinking Doc who goes on your program and
No,
turns in.
as in Dr. Mitchell, the person is referring to.
Oh, you mean the leader of the
The
opposition?
leader of the
You should say that,
opposition,
no,
yeah.
Yeah, right, okay, good.
So Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell is the leader of the country, and he has a responsibility to bring the social partners together and get things going. And the same person also says, yes, caller, they should pay people and put them to work. So those are some of the comments.
Well, I mean, let me tell you something. It's so straightforward. I find it so straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why the Prime Minister will refuse that, because let's face it. I mean, in politics, you want to be popular, right? You want to make sure that you can win an election the next time election comes around. So once you can demonstrate to the Grenadian people, look, I mean, you have chosen the right man, because guess what? In time of distress, in time of crisis, is when my leadership quality comes out. That's when it comes out, you know. Not when everything going right, you know. Not when everything going nice, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You're true, even in your own home, is when things get, for example, one of the members of the family lose a job.
Mm-hmm.
So the income into the house now is reduced. So you and the husband and the wife had to sit down together and say, honey, how we go handle this thing? Because we still have the bills to pay, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We still have the children to send to school, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm making?
Yep.
So that is when the true leadership comes out. You understand me? You understand me?
Yeah, I get you.
Not when things are going nice. You're a good leader, you know, is when you have crisis.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I hope though that the Prime Minister, and I mean he's a young man. He has a lot of years ahead of him. And these are the kind of people that we need to run Grenada, qualified, intellectuals, people, you know, with that type of, education, academic preparation. These are the kind of people we need to run the country.
But we need to not have, we need to not have the arrogance.
Well, no, you see, let me tell you something, Andre.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. Everybody talk about the devil, right? And they try to portray the devil as a man with horns and so on. No. For me, you know you know what is the devil's, according to the Christian religion and so on. What is the purpose of the devil? The devil is to deceive you. It's to making you feel that you're something that you're not. Now, what do I call the devil? Ego. Your ego. That is what is the devil as far as I'm concerned. Because your ego makes you feel that you're more powerful than you are. Right? So when you are humble, even if you listen to the same teachings in Christianity, right? They say only the humble does receive the message, you know. Yeah, the message bypass you when your ego too big.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I mean, it's very straightforward. And you look at it in your own life. Sometimes a simple man comes to give you an idea, and you figure, who is he to tell me that? And as soon as he go, when you fall into the rut, you say, you know, boy, that man really was giving me a good idea. But guess what? You figure that he was too small, or he was too whatever it is, simple to give you the idea. You understand what I mean?
Yeah,
so
I
we
get
have to get
you.
away from the ego thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get off the ego trip, man.
Well, Peter, thanks for making that connect this morning. And
what I observe, I listen to a lot of programs, and what I observe is that people do not take things that you may say in the light in which you may say it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody have their own particular agenda.
Yeah.
And apparently, our personal agendas is not in the interest of our country, of our neighbor, and so on. It's just our private agenda. You follow?
Yep.
Once I am okay, it doesn't matter. And I'm telling you, and that is why, for example, I refuse to say, look, thank God that the hurricane didn't pass by me, which means I'm saying, boy, the hurricane, well, it mashed up the other guy, so thank God he mashed up me. So what it means, thank God he mashed up the other guy too, then?
Well,
You understand what I mean?
yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, I get you.
A hurricane is a natural phenomenon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It is the way that nature uses to replenish and reclaim itself. Okay? Don't you observe, after you have certain phenomena like even the surge, the ground surge that took place in Grenans, didn't you realize that the Grenans beach came back nicer and even wider? Did you observe that?
No, I didn't pay attention to that, but that's interesting.
Yeah, Grenans beach came back wider. The sun was even whiter. Because nature has its way of cleaning itself. Even look at the Granite Town. Remember after Hurricane Ivan, how Granite Town looked, you know? It looked like as though some kind of nuclear bomb was dropped in there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then it came back what? Green. So what has to happen is that we who are living in the path of these, we need to now design and construct our buildings, our homes, so that at least it can withstand to a certain extent the wind and sun. Because what's the purpose? To save lives, not necessarily to save the roof, you know. It's to save lives. That is the whole purpose. That's why we say we want shelter, it's to save lives. Yes. So basically, if we can come up with, we have building codes that take into consideration earthquake, design for earthquake when your building is over a certain amount of height, when the roof system. So right now, for example, in the Dominican Republic, after the Hurricane David, I think they stopped using galvanized sheets now in the city, so it's only concrete roof.
Okay.
But guess what? There is also something that if an earthquake pass on a concrete roof fall, it go kill people inside.
Yeah.
So
wow.
Everything has its pros and its cons. You understand me?
Yeah, that's true.
So basically that's how we have to look at things now in reality. Look at reality. And then we work within the reality. Don't stop believing. Let's get to know now. You understand me? So brother,
Peter,
I take up enough of time roots.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you.
I always,
yeah?
that partner of mine, Bandy, I wanted to find out how Bandy is doing, because Bandy and I have a special connection, because I knew him when I went to do a small training program in Nawasa on control valves.
Mm-hmm.
And Bandy was so interested, and I said to him, Bandy, you are the one who going to go and repair that valve up in Rose Hill, I think Rose Hill tank, right? I say, Bandy, you go and do, let me see now if I teach you well. You go now and repair it for yourself. But I'll come up and look and see how you're doing, and with the other guys and so on, you know. And brother man, we have that special connection, Bandy. Ask him if he knows about dreadlocks.
I'll tell you this, Peter. Bandy is always listening to the program, and it's not 8 o'clock yet, so he's not on the clock yet. So he's listening.
Right.
So what I will do is that I will share your number with him.
Yes.
So that he can give you a call.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'll see him sometime today, and I'll share the number with him so that he can give you a call.
Yes, man. Yes, man.
All right, Peter, take care.
As I said already, I listen to all the programs and so on, I listen to all the comments and so on, and sometimes I feel very, very disturbed, because, the whole purpose of Grenada as a community, as a family, it's time for us to start, like how in the olden days. You remember the olden days? Your mother never reap potato or peas or whatever, and she take all and she put it in the storeroom. No, she say, boy, Andre, go and give some to the neighbor, go and give some to that person, go and give some to that person.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the way we lived before. Yeah.
All right, my brother.
Take
care of yourself.
Man, so take care.
All right then, Peter. Good.
All the best.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
All right, good.
Bye.
It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Yeah, my good friend Peter inside of the Dominican Republic. Where is that? Oh, by Haiti over there. Right next to Haiti. Yeah. Peter and I, we are always chatting. He's an avid listener of 91.9, www.drealfmgrenada.com. He's always listening. Anne-Marie Celestine Grant, how are you this morning, my dear? Oh, you just got out of bed. Well, look at you now. Wow. You got it going on, girl. Just got out of bed. Nonetheless, again, as I said, thank you to each and every one of you for listening to Real 91.9. Well, no, 91.5. And our website, www.drealfmgrenada.com. Those of you on the YouTube channel for this morning, thank you oh so very much for making Real FM what it is. And together, we are going to build back better.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
Step inside, immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it, and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price. And they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville with their factory at Chantimel in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchens, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Tourism is me, tourism is you. Tourism is everybody, and tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business. Tourism is your business. Tourism is our business. Listen one and all. Tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantemelle in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchen, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Some exciting news for you. JetBlue is thrilled to announce its new non-stop flight every Saturday from Grenada's Maurice Bishop International Airport to the vibrant city of Boston. Now you can embark on your Boston adventure without any layovers. JetBlue is making it easier than ever to explore this incredible destination. Whether you're visiting family or friends, exploring for the first time, or simply experiencing Boston life, JetBlue has you covered with a convenient non-stop flight, complete with comfortable seating, complimentary snacks, and an array of entertainment options. You'll arrive in Boston feeling relaxed and ready to explore. So now's the time. Visit JetBlue.com to book your flight and bring Boston closer to Grenada. Let your adventure begin.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful. I say we have to prepare to meet the challenges of life without fear. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy, man, you have to move with care in that jungle out there. when you're moving. Which direction you're going. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
Where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk. Where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
In your search for happiness, you gotta leave a little room for loneliness. More things could happen all of a sudden before you realize it's only a disguise. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. With what you do and how you're doing it. If you do, when you're doing it, you gotta be careful.
So I'm back.
Careful, careful.
And you know you have to be careful with me, eh? So thanks again, Peter, for sharing with us. So you two can share. My phone, well, yeah, it's kind of a little bit touchy with my phone, but if you figure you want to call my number because you have my number on WhatsApp and you figure you want to make a contribution, be my guest, go ahead. Once you can get through, I will accommodate you. Somebody sent me something that they claimed that they saw on the internet last night. I guess it made the wrongs and made the wrongs and made the wrongs. But I'm going to read. And it says here, it was underneath the page, on the page of Senator the Honorable Jonathan Lacrette. Now, I'm going to read what I believe he wrote. And it says here, "Dear citizen, it is my earnest hope that this correspondence will find you and your families in good health. As a minister of government serving in the upper house of the parliament, I believe deeply in democracy and the rule of law. Therefore, it is incumbent upon me to provide to the people of the state of Grenada, in whose hands the sovereignty lies, with unvarnished truth. In recent months, the sum of $1.7 million is synonymously associated with a loan given to Senator Jonathan Lacrette from the Grenada Development Bank. Given the nature and the reputational damage surrounding the narrative of the loan acquisition, I felt compelled to protect the nobility of the executive office I hold and the sacredness of in the name of Jesus Christ, whose kingdom I represent. I wanted to be professional about the dissemination of this information by publishing its contents through print media outlets. However, all efforts to facilitate same were futile. Please find enclosed a correspondence from the Grenada Development Bank dispelling the suggestive report." Okay, now, there's a letter from the Grenada Development Bank on their letterhead, addressed to P.O. Box 2300, Melville Street, St. George's. And no, that's the address, sorry, of the bank. Now, this letter was sent out on June the 5th, 2024. And it's addressed to Senator Gayton Jonathan Lacrette. I told you his name was Gayton Jonathan Lacrette. You guys thought I was playing the fool. There it is now, Gayton Jonathan Lacrette. In care of the Ministry of Youth and Sport, Ministerial Complex, Sir Eric Matthew Gary, Botanical Gardens, 10 St. George's. Dear Senator Lecret, we hereby confirm that there is no record of your name being associated with any borrowing activities within the Grenada Development Bank. Signed by Mr. Royston Cumberbatch, the General Manager. So in essence, it is a letter saying that Mr. Lecret does not owe or does not have an existing loan with the Grenada Development Bank. Now hear what that letter says. Let me read the letter again. I want to read it again. Dear Senator Lecret, we hereby inform that there is no record of your name being associated with any borrowing activities within the Grenada Development Bank. All right. Let's do a little a little kind of thing here. I really and truly want to do a little kind of thing. Somebody's saying, Andre, that letter is very unprofessional. Why is the manager addressing him as Senator Lecret? Why not Mr. Lecret? That, I don't know. Now, if I go to the bank and okay, before I go into that, why is the manager signing the letter? No, that's an important thing too. Why is that letter being signed by the manager? It doesn't have to be signed by the manager of the bank. That's what the secretary is in there. But anyway, that's probably how the bank have their things structured. But if I go to the credit union or I go to the bank and I did some business, like I need a transmitter right now, and the bank says, hey, I can lend you the money to get a transmitter, Andre. So I take the money, I take the money from the bank and I get the transmitter. But 1 year into paying for the transmitter, the credit union calls me and say, hey, you qualify for X, Y, and Z loan, and these are the interest rates that we can offer you. And I realize that I can take a loan from the credit union and pay off the bank. Yeah? So I pay off the bank, I take the loan, I pay off the bank, and I'm good. So I'm paying the credit union now. Now check this out. Does the letter say that the goodly gentleman, meaning Senator Lecret here, has never borrowed from the bank? Does it say that? It's just said that his name is not associated with any borrowing at this time. Because if he did borrow, and then he got another financial institution to buy out his loan from the development bank, then there will be no record of him owing the bank. Boom. Now, I ask this question. Is Senator Gayton Jonathan Lecret, is he married? And if he is married, is it possible that a loan may be in his wife's name? Is it possible? And not necessarily in his name? And therefore, the records at the bank will show that he has no borrowing activity at the bank? I don't know. I'm just asking questions here. Tell me. So, the other question I ask, and it's a very straight up one, is Senator Leclerc planning something? I ask again, is Senator Leclerc planning something? Why? Why at this time, Senator Leclerc, you chose to clear your name, quote unquote, at the bank, sir? Why at this time? This thing has been in the media for close to a year. People have been saying this. And at this time is when you choose to make that clarification. It's the reason why you didn't do it before is that you were waiting until you got that loan from another institution to buy out, or you got another institution to buy out your loan at the bank. And now that it is clear, you can call the bank and say, I need a letter clearing my name. Is that what took place, sir? So I'm asking the same question that Lisa Charles. Why did it take you so long to clear your name? And the question again, as asked by Errol Bonaparte, and why at this time? Why now? Good morning to you, Carla. How are you doing? Carla says, Andre, your analogy is correct. So could it be, or is it possible, Senator Leclerc, that yes, we received a letter so that you don't have a loan there, and so you're good. But did you cause anybody else to have a loan that benefited you? Did you cause anybody else to have a loan that benefited you, Senator Leclerc? Or did you cause another financial institution, understanding that what you did was wrong? When you did it, you realized, damn, I shouldn't be doing this. But you had already done what you had to do with the monies, so you got another financial institution to buy out that loan from Development Bank, so that will clear your name. Because I understand, with you and your practice and your Christianity and everything, we don't expect you to do wrong. We hold you in very high esteem. So based on the blessings of the Ancient of Days, you've decided, look, I need to clear my name. I don't want to be associated with people in my party who are taking loans willy-nilly. Is that what the situation is, sir? Is that what the situation is? I'm trying to find out. I'd really love to know. The phone, yeah, it's available. 442-0175. That's the WhatsApp number. You can call us on that. 442-0175. That's the WhatsApp number. Give me a hit. Let me hear something from someone. Someone must have a different analogy than I do. Did a commercial entity like a credit union or another bank buy out your loan? Or is it true that the loan was probably given to your significant other, your wife? I like the word significant. I like the thing significant other. Some people will smile when I use that, significant other. But your wife, i.e. your wife. Was a loan given to your wife? I'm asking here. Was a loan given to your wife by the Grenada Development Bank? Stanley Johnson, good morning to you. I don't know where you're located, Stanley Johnson. But yes, I believe that at this time, there is need for the Integrity Commission to deal with this matter and a lot of other matters. There are some simple things that didn't even make sense in the past administration. One of these mornings, I'll list them for you. There are some simple things that didn't even make sense. However, Integrity Commission stepped in and they dealt with it. Now there are so many things flying all over the place. From the time it was reported that shovels, golden shovels were given. From the time golden shovels were given, Integrity Commission, like they dead, they ain't saying zit. Nothing. I am not in a position to call anybody corrupt. But if you, Errol Bonaparte, decide to say that they corrupt, it's entirely up to you. You know where you gain your facts from in relation to corruption. And Senator Leclerc, once you want to come clean with all these things because of your belief and your Christian behavior, I think you need to. They need to make you the chaplain in the cabinet. You need to pray for members of the cabinet. And I can tell you the first set to start to pray for. All right, caller. There's a caller on the WhatsApp. Hold on, I'm coming. There's a first set you have to pray for with one issue. It's called housing. Pray for Senator Gloria Thomas. Pray for Minister Andy Williams. And pray for Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell. And also pray for Mr. Javon, whatever in Karaku. You know the guy. Pray for these 4 people in relation to housing. So let's go to the telephone line. Good morning to you. How are you doing?
Good morning, Brother Andre. And we have to pray for Grenada. We have to pray for Grenada.
Mm-hmm.
But Andre, in connection with this letter that I saw posted on the Goodly Senator's page from his official page, and in question to why no, the Integrity Commission has been in dormant sleep, very dormant, for the last 2 years. Golden shovels was handed out. We hear about trips. We are seeing boyfriends going on trips. We are seeing spouses going on trips. The member of the parliament, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, opposition leader, he was asking questions about all these things. We are hearing about it. And yet, to this very day, no answer has been given from our goodly Prime Minister or Minister of Finance, all these people. So, anything right now, I keep saying that we are living in a dream world, and Grenada is making history for all the wrong reasons with this government. We are making history for all the wrong reasons. You are seeing the leader of NADMA, the chief person in NADMA, in pictures with party colors. You are seeing civil servants on political platforms. All these things doesn't come across normal to the people that support the Congress. But the wider world is watching. You are hearing about a poll that was taken about the Prime Minister's performance. And you are hearing 50% was done in Grenada and 50% was done in the diaspora. Can we vote from Grenada here to put a president in America? I mean, I understand the diaspora input in our development also. Yes, nobody's saying that you can't come back and develop a country, but why is it so heavy on the outside forces? Andrew, we are in a dark. We in a dark place. We are a very dark place. I don't know what to say again. I give up.
Don't give up, my brother.
What say you?
I don't want you to give up. I don't want you to give up at all. It's not a good thing to give up. Because if we give up, then we are losing the battle, not just for ourselves, but for the people who depend on us. Because there are people who depend on you, Antonito. They want to hear you. There's some people who want to hear you make a statement on different issues. There's some people who would want to hear me make a statement on different issues. So if we were to give up, that means these people, they're lost. So you can't afford to give up, my brother.
Well, Andre, hear this. I remember the first couple of months in after the election, you said you're giving the guys 100 days before you give your opinion, and I
Yeah.
hold you to that.
Well,
Right now,
I've already given a lot of opinions on a lot of things. You know, I had to give them 100 days, and any government that comes into office, I'll give them 100 days. If the NNP gets back into office, well, hey, they're gonna get their 100 days. I'm not gonna be saying anything, but after the 100 days, I will be saying. I
had watched. I have watched what been happening for the last 2 years going with this government, right? And what the party hawks, the supporters, the people that just on the side are watching them, and I've been listening, right? And you know, Friday gone, I listened to a program and a guy called in, and I normally don't call these other stations. A guy called and talking about the guys up north spreading misinformation and saying what they want and all kind of thing. So I had to call that program after that guy called and say, well, brother, if what the guys up north is what they're saying is not true and it's slanderous, sue the station, sue the people that say whatever they're saying is wrong, and prove that what they are saying is not true. But the majority of the time, I listen to Master Carl, yourself, Mr. Pierre, and Brother Shellon. These guys plays clips. These are not words that coming from these men's mouth. They only expound on the clips they played, right? And sometimes it may come across as if they beat up on the government, but these are the things that the government are doing and saying, and then they are coming and do something differently entirely what they said. You have a prime minister, no prime minister, saying that he's going to, Mr. Pierre always laugh over that, he's going to borrow Grenelec trucks to go and pick fruits after 4 in the afternoon. I mean, how comical is that? And then when you play these clips, and the supporters here, they say, oh, we turn on country and we're not united.
Well,
right?
he was
in 2004.
Antonito, before you even go on, he was the prime minister when he got into office and he realized the challenge that the region was facing in relation to air travel. Said that he was going to buy 2 planes by December, and I was listening to that, and I'm like, WTF? You know, I'm like, WTF? How is that going to happen? How are you going to do
Andre,
that? I don't know.
The then Prime Minister, Dr. Mitchell, when we was hit with Ivan, opposition leader Tillman Thomas say, let's do joint leadership in it. The man never said they work together. He wanted joint leadership in it. So these guys wasn't for unifying the country. They just wanted power. And there's a movie called Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility. And these guys are clearly showing that they cannot handle it. They cannot. Right? And here's what, this Prime Minister, to show people how I want to say evil in it, but how disingenuous they are. I keep saying, listen to what these guys say all the time and you will understand the depth of the morality. There was an interview, and I still have them on the phone, well, the archives. And he was there with Kalisha Faria, I call him because she's a journalist. And the Prime Minister was asked about ministers of the then NNP going in the police station and taking gas and filling up bottles. And that lie was perpetrated and volume by the idiot on the radio, the other guy. You understand? Kalisha told Honorable Deacon that she independently investigated that matter and nothing so was true. Deacon just shrugged his shoulders like, you know, and that come to me like, if this man was about to dispel this thing as a lie, that was his chance to do it. When he wanted to give the minister $2,000 for the traveling allowance, I mean, come on, how more evil and deceptive can you be? Look who they put as director of GIS right now. And whilst you're in GIS, I want to ask Mr. Randall Robinson, who is the owner of the Postal Corporation? Mr. Robinson.
May I ask you a question here, Antonito? You spoke of Randall Robinson. Who is Randall Robinson? Who's that guy?
He's a postmaster director right now.
Oh,
at Grenada Postal Corporation.
Is he a Grenadian?
Yes, he is. Very quiet, sir.
That's what I'm asking. I mean, I'm trying to find out who is Randall. If it's the same, is his brother? Does he have a brother called Alan Robinson?
Yes, he's very quiet now.
But I realize that I say Randall dead. You sure Randall not dead?
Yeah. I want to know. Antonito Peters asking who is the owner of Grenada Postal Corporation, Mr. Randall. You people make me sick. You know? They are sickening.
Answer this question for me. Answer this question for me, and then you can go. Listen to this. What somebody's asking, what happened to number 10? As the former housing minister, then playing, she loved people so much. What happened to her tongue now? What happened? What happened to number 10? Can you answer that?
Andre, have a good morning.
Well, look at how he running. Have a nice one, Anthony. So take care.
But I ain't running. Have a good morning.
Okay, bye-bye now. All right, great.
Good one.
Take care. All right, it's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com. Okay, 4420175. Those are the digits that you can dial, and you can have that conversation with me. Stanley Johnson. What is Stanley saying? The Integrity Commission represents the checks and balances of the nation. Then Andre challenged them to make a statement on the matter and count down the days for that response. Well, the matter I want them to first and foremost tell me, if there is a Integrity Commission in play right now, who are the members and who chairs the organization? I call on the Integrity Commission to make that statement indicating to the people of Grenada that there is an Integrity Commission in place, who is the chairman and who are the members. As soon as you could tell me that, then I'm good. Sky, what is Sky saying this morning? Let's see what Sky is. The Integrity Commission should investigate this government a long time. What are they waiting for? Lord have mercy upon us. Good morning to you, Sky. And somebody's saying, GJ, Andre, get Peter to come and give this government some good advice. He has a wealth of knowledge. Oh, you mean, not Peter David you're talking about, right? No, you're not talking Peter David. You're talking Peter, my friend who called from the Dominican Republic this morning. I hope that's the Peter you're talking about. Right, so 4420175. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. What's Baby Daddy saying now? Baby Daddy is saying some number 10 could talk under NNP, but now she mouth shut. Well, come on, $15,000 plus another 10? Were you crazy? It was me, I turned dumb. I ain't care what all they say now. $15,000, right? And then another 10 to play around with, and you expect me to criticize? Come on, let me tell you all something. And know this, understand this, learn this, and believe this. When one of the first significant things, and remember, significant does not necessarily mean it's a positive thing, or it could be positive, but just for some people. When the first significant thing that Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell did was add $2,000 to the salaries, that was not just, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell knew exactly what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. Now, after that, when the salaries got to a certain maybe 6 and 2 is 8, about $8,000, I think it got to what? Is it $15,000 now? I think. Can somebody help me? What's the basic salary? Is it $15,000 or $14,000? Thereabouts. Now that is the salary of every person, every cabinet thingy member. That is all the senators and blah, blah, blah. That is their salary. Right. Now, added to that, here's what takes place. Another $10,000 is given to, okay, so Antonito is saying it's $14,000. So another $10,000 is given to parliamentarians or MPs for their constituencies. That brings it to 24, because you have 14 as your salary and you have another 10 you could play around with, right? I don't know if you have to account for it. I was not told. The Integrity Commission could tell me that also. So you have basically at your disposal every month $24,000. Now I said to you in the beginning, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell knew exactly what he was doing. He knew he had a number of people who didn't have jobs at the time. And let's look at it this way. I'm not sure where Mr. Lennox Andrew was working at the time. I'm not sure. But he accustomed working for some, kind of good money. So I'm not sure where he was working at the time. So I can't speak to him. Mr. Telesford had a business that was failing. It kind of back up and running. The Colombians and the Trinidadians were running it for him. So it's kind of back up and running. That's a chicken farm in the Montrose area. I hope he fixed the road. All right. Now, Minister Tevin Andrews didn't have a job before that. Queen's Britain, Senator Queen's Britain, didn't have a job before that. Well, Cornwall accustomed with big money thing. Yeah, really thinking that. However, while Mr. Andel may have had a job before, but it was nothing close to $14,000. All right? Minister James in St. John, she never had any job before. Minister for MIT, he played around with monies, but he didn't have a steady source of income in a month to the tune of $14,000. He didn't have that. Likewise, Senator Jonathan Lacrette. Come on. So people look at it. When the Prime Minister dished out those monies, what he was doing is ensuring that nobody jumped ship. So all kind of wrong things could take place. They're not going to jump ship. If it's me that getting all that kind of money, I staying. But what I jumping ship for? I staying. I'm making all the 5 years. I'm not very good at maths. But do 3 years at $24,000 a month. Somebody give me a figure. Do 3 years at $24,000 a month. Antonito, you playing your like figures? Give me that among there and tell me what is the story there, boy. But telling you all straight, this thing, Carl Caton used to say it. I said it a bit. I think Pierre said it sometimes. Sheldon says it. Follow the money. With that kind of money, why do you think certain people decide that they're crossing flow and they're moving from one banner to the next banner? Huh? Why do you think? You think it's because they love so much? They're more deceitful than love. They're more deceitful than love. However, it is the money. Tell me. Okay, $864,000. $24,000 over 3 years equals to $864,000. Huh? So I go give up that. But then people not giving up that. They're taking this thing down to the wire. So don't you get fooled and trapped into thinking, well, that thing go do so and mash up. It's not mashing up. The money is going to hold them together. But that same money that's holding them together is the same money that will cost them the next elections. Because they are only concerned about themselves. They are not concerned about the citizens. They're not concerned about their constituents. If they were concerned about their constituents, much more would have been done. Much more would have been done by Mr. Cornwall and Mr. Andal. Somebody calling on my phone here. I hope you know that you're going live instantly when you call on my phone. Good morning. Hello.
Hey, good morning, Andre.
Good morning to you. How are you doing this morning?
So far, so good. Tell my good friend in New York City, Anne-Marie Celestine Grant, to say hello. I'm trying to call her this morning, and she just not answering. She phone back and calling. I know she listening to the program.
Well, she's hearing you, so tell her for yourself.
Right. Good morning, Anne-Marie. I'm going to St. George's today and do business, so you would not get me.
All right. So everything good with you?
Yeah, very much, very much. I'm working hard.
I just send a hello for you. Get it?
Right. Yes. Andre.
Hey.
I heard you talk about the loan for Lacret. They call the guy Lacret.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Listen. What these people and them? What is the allegation that was outside? Is that they're trying to get somebody commercial bank to pay the loan before, so I believe it's this thing that happened.
Okay, so you believe that?
That these people and them made the commercial bank pay the loan, and the managers and the people and them that is pally-wally with them, they send out this letter. But find out when this loan pay off, when he pay off this loan, and when like he didn't owe the development bank.
Yeah. I understand.
Yeah, so it's a whole set of them that they go in the commercial bank and they pay out because they realize they go fall in problem. So they move away as if they never took money from the development bank. They took the money. Why they don't sue them people and them that say it?
Yeah. I hear you. Anyway, Glenda, take care of yourself. Have a good day.
Yes. All right. Have a good day.
Okay, bye-bye, dear. All right. Glenda, inside of St. David, good morning to you. Anne-Marie Celestine Grant, you didn't hear Glenda trying to reach you. What's your story? 4420175. Or you can try call my number if you have it. Barbara Henry, you're in London and you're listening. Thank you so very much for making Real FM your choice. So is that what took place? Let me tell you something. The thing is just as the thing is just unfolding it. So hence the reason why the salaries were raised. Because the salaries had to be raised so as they would be able to go to the commercial banks and say, hey, I want you to buy out this loan from me. And the commercial banks look at their salaries, they would see that, yes, they could afford. And hence the reason why they would have gotten loans from the commercial banks to pay off the development bank. Jeez, you me. And hence the reason they were given an extra $10,000 on the pretext that it is constituency funds. But they don't really have to give any printout as to how they would have spent the monies. Wow. Do thing. There's a calypso like that. Do thing, man. Happen. 4420175. Those are the digits that you can dial and be a part of the program this morning. 10 minutes nowadays before the 10 o'clock hour. No, not 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock hour. Why am I moving that fast? Come on, Andre. What's wrong with you? All right, so we're going to take a commercial break. Yeah, and we'll be back for the wrap-up.
sponsor of many cultural activities within the Tri-Island state of Grenada.
My name is Anderson Matheson, also known as Leftist, and I'm a calypsonian and string band music player from Carrico. I support the games of the National Lottery Authority because culture benefits tremendously. Annually, the NLA supports the Carrico and Petit Matinee Carnival, the Carrico String Band Music Festival, and all regattas, among other activities. When I play the game of the NLA, I can see where my money goes, and it's an investment into our culture.
Yes, Grenada, when you play the games of the NLA, you enable us to invest in the skills and talents of our people in the areas of sports, culture, and nation building.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
50 years as an independent nation. Now that's a reason to celebrate. Bank on a bright future with Quad Bank as we celebrate more than 50 years of partnership with Grenadians. Aspire, build, and advance with 100% financing to buy land, purchase or build your home, or make those much-needed home upgrades. No loan fees, no legal fees, low interest rates. And that's not all. 100% financing on brand new vehicles with 50% off loan fees. Celebrate you this year with special financing from Quad Bank. Apply today.
Welcome home.
Become a leak finder. Check for leaks in and around your home. Common places for leaks in the home are kitchen pipes, below kitchen sinks, shower heads, bathroom faucets, toilet tanks, and laundry rooms. One drip every second adds up to 5 gallons per day.
A message from the Climate Resilient Water Sector in Grenada G-Cruise Project.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and new, spacious, convenient, and modern facilities on Seton Brown Street in Grenville and Grand Anse. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the the Credit Union of Grenville, your financial security is guaranteed.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
Okay, just about time for me to wrap up. And I want to wrap up this way. I want to sound kind of intelligent. The first thing I want to raise is this,
Where you go? Where you walk? What you say?
And I want to ask a question. Minister Lecret, sir, I have to address you like this. What did ever happen to the letter that you wrote to dismiss the chairman of the National Lottery Authority? Is it true that PM Deacon made you retract the letter? And did you do that, sir? I just want to know so that the people can know. All right? Now, here's the big thing. I want to sound intelligent, but you know, I always give people their props. Someone sent me this and said, it must be noted that you have to be a member or a past member or customer of a bank to get that letter that Minister Lecret got. Do you understand? So, Minister Lecret, did you have an account with the Grenada Development Bank? Did you have an account with them? And hence the reason you're able to ask for such a letter. Because if you did not, sir, then you can't ask for such a letter. I cannot walk into a bank and say, hey, I need a letter from you saying that I don't have a loan with you. No. If I am going to the credit union for a loan and they want to find out if I have a loan elsewhere, it is their responsibility to do so and double check. I can't walk into any institution and say, give me a letter, I want to bring it to the credit union to say I don't have a loan with you. That is how the minister, the opposite, that manje popot. Alright? She never used to really call my program. She called this station a number of times. Anne-Marie, I realize that you don't call anymore. And I told Carl and KB and Devon and so this, that you will call up until you got a job. And based on what I'm hearing, Anne-Marie, it is pointing to such. So I asked the question, Anne-Marie, Aben, is it true that you finally got a job? So hence the reason why your mouth is zipped? I just want to know, Anne-Marie. Because I told Carl, I told Devon, and I told KB when he was here, that don't worry, Anne-Marie. She's a fly-by-night operator. As soon as they give her a job, she will shut up. But they didn't believe me.
Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.